Hey Taurus, this is Lisa with the Poet Oracle, and today we're going to find out what's going on with you and the person you were thinking about when you clicked on this video. Now, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so that you're notified when future videos are released. Now today we're going to look at some tarot cards. I also have some oracle cards, and then at the end we're going to look at some personal messages as well. All right, well, the very first card that hit down here is the Ace of Swords. This is all about thinking clearly, realizing the truth, and it's all about a new beginning. This is about communication, so let's get a little bit more. The person that you're thinking about could be somebody that is of an authoritative type source. So, you know, could be somebody that is in the military or the police force. It also could just be somebody that's very assertive in the way in which they handle themselves. This is somebody that is very intelligent, very intellectual. All right, and then the next card we have is the Two of Cups. Now, when I tell you that this is like my favorite card in the deck, right? When we look at this, both individuals have a cup in their hands. That means that this is a mutual relationship, equal give and take, right? Very harmonious. You guys get along very well. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of happiness here. This can even represent proposals and marriage, or at least just a higher level of commitment as a whole. And then as I was flipping, these kind of flipped out kind of crazy, but I did see the Nine of Cups pop up. Okay, and the Nine of Cups is right there next to the Ten of Cups. So it looks like you guys are working on this relationship, but as of right now, it is definitely very harmonious. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles can also represent marriage and commitment and settling down, but it just represents a very solid foundation. It could represent an individual that has their own business. It also can represent somebody that's very traditional in the way in which they operate. All right, it could be somebody that also is very wealthy. All right, and then we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, thank goodness, because in the reverse, this is letting go of people, places, things that are holding you back. This also represents somebody that's emotionally available. So you or this individual, or both of you, are definitely very emotionally available to the situation. You've probably already expressed to each other how you feel. And this individual is trying to, or you're trying to, just, you know, let things of the past go. Be very open-minded to the situation. This can also be somebody that is very generous with their time, generous with their energy, generous with their money, whatever the case is. All right, and then we have the Four of Swords in the reverse, thank goodness. And this is because this is really recovering, right? It's healing and it's finding mental strength. It's having an awakening of sorts, right? When we look at the Four of Swords in the upright, you can see that somebody's laying there, they're in contemplative mode, and maybe even sleeping, blinded to what's going on around them. But in the reverse, this is somebody that's wide awake. This is somebody that's paying attention and definitely has a lot of mental strength, but maybe going through some recovery when it comes to relationships. All right, let's get one more from this deck. Well, two more came out, so we will take them. Oh, man, we got the Hierophant. Okay, it's another commitment card. Okay, this is also a card of a conventional way of thinking, right? Or a very, just a conventional way of thinking, traditional way. That's the word that I was thinking of. But this is somebody that definitely has some traditional values. They are also may receive a lot of social approval in the world. All right, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So this is somebody that's confident, very self-assured, just very much action-oriented. So this is an individual, or this is you, flip it as need be. But this is somebody that has a high level of energy, is very exciting, can be very charming as well. All right, let's get some from this deck and see if we can get any more information. Wow, there's like so much commitment and partnership on this table that it's unbelievable. You may have found your one, I guess. All right, and then we have the Nine of Cups. Yes, the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. Do I need to say any more about that? This is definitely feeling very satisfied. So you or this individual feels very satisfied with each other, and just wants success, wants the fulfillment that can come from this situation. All right, let's get one or two more. Beautiful set of cards, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, then we have the Fool card. The Fool card is like rushing in, right? This is taking a leap of faith, really stepping forward, and having a new beginning with somebody. All right, and then do we already have this one on here? No, I guess not. Oh, okay, and then we have the Knight of Swords. This again is a card of action. This is a card of being very ambitious in life or for this situation. But somebody with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords is definitely wanting to take action. So either that's you or the individual here, but somebody wants to take some action here at this new beginning, at love. Oops. Okay, I didn't even mean to pick up these cards. So let me go to these and then we'll go over to the oracles. We're going to get a couple more tarot. All right, and then we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. And this is the second time that this one has come out. This is having an awakening. This is somebody that's finding their mental strength, maybe after some type of mental collapse, emotional collapse of sorts. But this is really somebody that, you know, is healing. You or this individual, or both of you, are healing. When all those cards dropped out, the Nine of Cups showed on the top of all those cards again. And that we've already seen that, my goodness, the Ace of Swords a second time. The second time that we see this. This can be a new beginning, breakthroughs, realizing the truth. But it definitely can represent new ideas, new ways of thinking. Just having a vision for a new beginning. My goodness. Then we have the Ace of Wands. This again is also a new beginning card. This is also a card of an awakening. When we look at this, you can see that light off in the distance. This is like being able to identify the one, and they stand out from the crowd. They shine out from the crowd, right? Wow. Let's get one or two more. A lot of repetitive cards. So this really lets me know that you guys are very much on the same page, because you're getting the same cards double. All right, and then we have the Nine of Coins in the reverse. Now this can represent somebody that is financially dependent or superficial in some way. So there may be somebody here that is a little more dependent financially than the other. And then we have the Nine of Swords. And this can be somebody that suffers from depression, or somebody feels very helpless in this situation. You know, maybe unable to move it at the pace in which is wanted, but just feeling very, you know, helpless in it, and just kind of sitting back and watching, you know, how it transforms. All right, let's get some oracle cards now. And it looks like you're dealing with somebody, and again, flip it as need be. This is a general reading. But it looks like you're dealing with somebody who is very traditional in the way in which they think. They're very structured, and they very much are able to hold true to a commitment. All right, we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So you guys are very attracted to each other, and really this is really just taking the time. As you can see, she's smelling the flowers. So this is just taking the time to really enjoy every moment that you guys have together, whether that's 5 minutes or 100 minutes, I don't know, but just making sure that you enjoy each one of those moments completely. And then this says, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So this individual is feeling very pulled to take action, to take some steps towards this relationship in a very traditional way. My goodness, love yourself first came out. And this is your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So there may be somebody in this situation that's dealing a little bit with their own self-esteem. All right, let's get some of these cards, and then we're going to go into some personal messages. All right, we have the self-indulgence card. This is somebody needing to do their shadow work. Somebody needs to look within and start, you know, replenishing, rebuilding within all those broken pieces that were left over by individuals. So this really goes into just making sure that you don't come into a new situation still holding on to the pains of the past. So do your shadow work. Shadow work doesn't always have to deal with relationships, romantic relationships. It could deal with parental issues that you had. Okay, let's get a couple more. All right, and then we have love. Like, do I need to say anything else about this? Like, it's love. Look, somebody's holding their heart. And so they're holding their heart out to offer it to you, or they're holding your heart, or you're holding your heart out. Somebody's holding their heart out in total love. And then we have I like you. So not only is there love on the table, but there's actually like, I do like you. I like being around you. You know, sometimes you can be in relationships with people, child, you don't even like who they are. All right, and then we have the karmic relationship in the reverse, thank goodness, because karmic relationships can really burn and hurt. And so this looks like this is a real deal situation. When we talk about karmic situations, those are all about learning the lessons. And maybe you guys have already been through those lessons with other people, but this doesn't seem like it's a karmic relationship because that card is in the reverse. All right, let's get a couple additional personal messages to add to the cards. All right, this says take it one day at a time. So whoever's trying to rush, slow it down for a minute. Slow it down. This says you are exciting. Oh, my goodness. So either you are very excited by this person, or they are very excited by you, or just the time in which you guys spend together is like magnetic. Very exciting. Okay. Let's get a couple more. This says you can and you will. So, you know, whoever is kind of maybe hesitating or thinking about things and wanting to take the action, wanting to have the commitment, it looks like it's going to happen. And then this says stay away from negative people. So we got to make sure that our energy stays clean so that we're not bringing toxicity or negativity into a relationship. All right, let's get a poem for you. Well, two of them came out, so we'll just read them both. All right, and this says ecstasy, number 21. Enjoying the every now and then shots of dirty thoughts. As I sip on your seduction, your ecstasy once again has me caught. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of passion in this situation. You guys are very much attracted to each other in a very, I guess, sexual tone, right? All right, and then we have sliced tongue, number 22. You were left with a sliced tongue because you couldn't believe the me that I'd become. Watching all that power you thought you had begin to unravel and come undone. And so this individual that you're thinking about, they've been in controlling situations before. And they've learned how to have their own voice, and they've learned how to take back their power. So the individual that you're dealing with is very powerful in that sense of not being manipulated or controlled by anybody. All right, let's get some direct messages from your person to you. All right, let's see what they want to say. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, the very first card that came out, I was going to try to get a grouping of them, is you give me so much energy. So this individual feels like you just spark them up. Okay. Okay, let's get some more. What do they want to say to you? Ooh, they want to say a lot. It's a lot of cards coming out. All right, it says, I'm learning to be a better listener. So this individual may struggle with just listening and being able to really listen fully. All right, it says, can we work on being friends? So being friends to this individual is very, very important to them. This says, I am loyal to you. So this individual is very loyal to you. This says, I love being in your aura. And then the last message that we have is, I love you. So this individual loves you. All right, well, this is your reading for this week. Please make sure to come back and check me out again.